welcome to Unilove family.
Yes.
We are so excited that you'd join us again. We don't take that for granted. We are happy that you're part of this big family, this family that's growing very, very fast. So today we are happy, and Unilove sisters are all about
lifestyle,
empowerment,
relationships,
and wellness.
Yes.
And so today our video is all about how to care for your natural hair.
Yes.
How to grow your natural hair, and some basic routines that you can follow to ensure that your hair is always on flick. So yes, and one of the reasons why we are doing this video is because in our past videos, a few people have asked us, what do you do with your hair? How do you treat your hair? And we realize this is a good opportunity to share some of those basic tips. Okay, so stick with us as we share with you on how to grow your natural hair, full head, and ensure that your hairline is strong and growing well.
Yeah, so we are not reinventing the wheel. Probably everything that we are going to share with you, you already know.
Yes.
Perhaps maybe you're not just putting it in practice, but we are here to remind you the importance. So stick with us, and we don't want to bore you with long stories. Let's get right into it.
Yes, let's do this.
Guys, so we are back. I have at least combed my hair.
That's better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, by the way, this video is going to be short. We don't want to bore you with long stories because we are not here to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Everything that we're going to tell you is something that you already know. Perhaps maybe you're not putting it in practice.
Yes.
So, to point number one.
Yes. So the first thing is to identify the right products that work well with your hair and stick to them. So you must have a basic things like a shampoo, a moisturizer, and a conditioner that works well with your hair.
That's
start off.
Yeah.
And Sharon, maybe you can show off some of the conditioners, shampoos that we found in the market, and they're really working well with our hair.
Yes, that is true. So to put things straight, this video is not sponsored. So when we are showing these products, it's not because we've been sponsored, but these products have clearly worked so well on us, and that's why we are trying to share with you. So as Hilda has mentioned, the basics. Shampoo, conditioner, moisturizers work very well on natural hair. So we have a variety like Cantu. We've been I don't know if I this so that I can see the phone can reflect. Cantu, as you can see how faithful even it's finishing.
Cantu here, we have Cantu here. This is a leave-in conditioning cream. And we have another moisturizer here for Cantu. I have Sharon Argan oil is also another loved products.
We also have
there. We have another one, Argan oil.
TCB.
This is TCB. Let me tell you. When you're getting basic products, don't get expensive things. Let me tell you, TCB is not very expensive. This is like 250, and it's a very good product.
Yeah, so about natural hair products, it's not about how costly they are, but how effective they are. And TCB, actually, they also have one of the best natural hair products, and you can also start with them. Yeah,
here is one good product from TCB. It's an anti-dandruff leave-in spray. This one is very good to spray on your hair a day before you wash your hair. It ensures that all the dirt, the product build-up that you had has gone off when you're washing your hair.
Yes, guys, so that is it. Okay, so on to point number 2. I know it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Trim your hair. Learn to trim your hair. I know most of you will be like, I'm still struggling to grow my hair. Why should I trim my hair? Yes, girl, so that you need to trim your hair, but not more often. It depends with also how fast your hair grows. For me, I trim 3 to 4 months. But it's also the level of trimming also depends on the level of how your hair grows fast. So when we say trimming, doesn't mean you have to cut a lot of your hair, but you just trim so that the importance of trimming your hair, it enables your hair to grow healthier and even have more volume. Just like I always take the example of what is it? Landscaping your garden.
Yeah.
When you trim your flowers, your grass, have you noticed they kind of like grow more healthier? Yeah. That is the example.
Yeah, and I think just to add briefly to that is, you know, when your hair grows, it gets to a point and it starts splitting. So you have split ends. So if your hair was one, it starts growing into two, like something like that. And now it means, you know, the nutrients are being shared by those kind of two strands. So I think when you trim, you allow your hair to go back and you remove all the split ends and allow, even when you're combing and treating your hair, then the comb can pass in smoothly.
Yes, exactly.
I don't like that at all. That's the bit I don't like about natural hair. Now, what's the whole point of growing, then cut? But it's important.
So for me, mainly even I don't trim, I cut. Like 3 to 4 months, my hair is always like 2 times the way it is. So I normally like cut it. But other than that, if I'm not cutting it, I'm trimming it. And trust me, guys, it has worked wonders. And every time I trim my hair, it grows bigger, longer, and even stronger. Like it has volume and all that. So it is really important, guys. Very important.
No. Point number 3. Avoid this thing like a plague. Flee. When you see it, flee. Run away. Run rapidly in the opposite direction.
Sure, people nice.
So you need, if you were trying to keep natural hair, avoid overheating your hair. And one of the ways is when you go to the salon and they tell you, before we plait it, we have to straighten it. There are easier ways of straightening natural hair. You just need to use the right shampoo, conditioner, and treatment and moisturizer, and your hair will be straight enough, good to go. So avoid overheating your hair.
Yes.
Stop blow drying your hair every now and then.
In the event you have to, please minimize and then use low heat. Low heat. Because guys, this thing, as some call it heater, blow dry, or other, is it toning or what is it? It weakens your hair. It really weakens your hair. And when you kind of like overuse it, you will agree with me that every time you try to comb your hair, you find like you leave a big chunk of hair on your comb. These are the effects. So try to minimize, and if possible, if your salonist can make your hair without using it, the better. The better, guys.
Yeah, the better. Okay, now guys, I shared about how you can grow your hairline to be full. Ensure that it's full. So now that takes us to point number 4.
Yes.
And that is when you're doing your braids or making doing cornrows, make sure your salonist doesn't start with a braid or wool, or what else do they start with?
Braids.
Braids mostly, or some thread to fix the initial part. So make sure this part that is close to your face on your hairline is plaited without anything inside.
Just your hair.
Just your hair. That is the easiest way to ensure that your hair grows to the fullest. And the second thing is avoid pulling this area too much. I have met people who've just left the salon, and you look at them and you have mercy on them.
They're like in shock.
They're still in shock. The hair has been pulled so tight. It is
even to understand, you can see the veins.
You can even see the veins, and they have.
That is unhealthy.
That's unhealthy. By the time you leave the salon, your face should be normal. You should be comfortable.
You should be smiling, not
frowning. You should be smiling, not frowning. And so make sure every time you leave the salon, you have not been tightened. And that's this side is loose.
Let's show them. For example, like this.
Yes.
This picture,
yes,
that is a perfect example of what you are saying. Anytime we have like our hair braided or we do cornrows, there's a way our salonist does not start to plait our hair from the hairline. It is dangerous, guys. That way you are like destroying all your hairline. So let her start with your own hair, and then she will join the rest of the hair with the braids or piece or wool, or some use that. So that really saves a lot, because you cannot afford to have a healthy hair here but unhealthy hair on the hairline. It is not good.
So let's just avoid putting a lot of tension on the front part of your hair, and that will help you to ensure that you have a full hairline.
True, guys.
Okay, guys, last but not least, if you want to keep natural hair, learn some simple protective hairstyles That's when you're indoors, when you're going to sleep, and during holidays, because you don't want to keep pulling your hair every now and then. And some of the simple things that you can learn is like making, we call them matutas, right? I think if you're real Kenyan, from age 6, 7 there, you really learn how to make matutas. So you can do that, or you can just do twists, or flat twists that now look like lines. Or other people do Bantu knots. They really help in protecting your hair so that you don't keep combing it every morning, evening, morning and evening. Yeah, so I think you need to learn some simple protective hairstyles.
And I guess when it comes to protective styles, for those who are good with wigs, it works magic and perfect. You can do like back lines, and they cornrows lines, and it depends on how you know them or how you call them. In fact, that is the best. If you want to give your hair a break and all that, you can just go to the salon, do like even 10, 4, what, and then when you go out,
and they push me for like, a couple of days.
Yeah, I remember when you went for the vacation in Mombasa in the last video, you were having 4.
I just do 4 lines going back, and they really protect my hair.
Yeah, and then if you feel like you need now to be fancy, glamorous and all that, you can put on your wig. Because every girl has to have a wig.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wish Sylvia was around, but she traveled, and I think she will be showing you some. She'll come up with a video on wigs. So it's not that we are sidelining the wigs, because we all have to have a wig. Every girl, like that's like every girl has to have a black dress.
Yeah, an LBD. So you also need a wig.
Yeah. So keep watching. On the next video, we'll also not next, but we'll come up with a video that will also be highlighting some of the wigs.
Yes. So yeah, for today, I think is enough, and we will keep talking about how to take care of your natural hair. And Sharon, one of the things that I feel is very important that we haven't talked about in natural hair care is the process is more important than the products.
Wow.
Let me tell you, because if you follow the wrong process and use the right products, your hair, that's why you hear people saying, after washing my hair, it's usually so tight, it's kinky, you can't even comb it. It's because probably you follow the wrong process. When you undo your hair, like for example, I've just undone my hair, I had braids on. The first thing you need to do is to make sure the first process, detangle your hair completely, so that your comb can just pass through. The next thing is shampoo it nicely. By the time you're shampooing, your comb should also be passing through. The third thing, condition your hair. By the time you're doing the conditioning, it should automatically pass through. And the last thing is treatment, and you will find that your hair is working very well.
So guys, just everything, we have wrapped it up, everything. In case of anything, also you share with us on the comments below. What is your process, like what products do you use? Can you recommend us? We are not saying that this is the be it all and end it all. We do have a lot of products that we use, and so if you also have products that you want us to try, you want to recommend us, share, leave them on the comment below, so that we can all benefit and be glamorous.
We can continue shining and rocking, yeah? So keep sharing. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do that. We're getting to 2021. So subscribe, like, share, and we will continue to grow together. Otherwise, we love you so much. Bye. And we want to wish you a happy 2021.
2021, yes.
Bye
guys.